You've been in real estate at this point how long now?
Just coming up on 7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part in the beginning when you first got started? Did you struggle, or was it easier than you thought, harder than you thought? What was the biggest challenge you think? Staying motivated, or were you just instantly obsessed and went at it? Like,
It's a good question. Well, I've never stopped being motivated,
uh huh.
um, because I have this vision of I think life is big,
Mm-hmm.
and I think you think the same thing, and I
Uh-huh.
know Coop think everyone on our team wants that same big life,
Uh huh.
and we don't think that it's unrealistic. We just know it takes time.
And it's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so the first biggest challenge was within my first month, I got fired from my first job in real estate. I got canned.
Why
And
was that?
because I wasn't a good investment at that
Uh-huh.
point from that agent. He's a good friend of mine, and he
Uh-huh.
has a very successful brokerage in town, and I love him to death.
You still friends?
Totally still friends.
Yeah.
We get lunch
He was just
once
on
a
our
month.
panel.
Yeah, he was just on our real
I
estate
watched
panel.
that. I fired friends. We're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
They're like, now don't be friends. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, I did watch that. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, but he had radical honesty with me.
Uh-huh.
He said, I'm firing you because you need better training, and we can't afford to keep you."
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Okay." And I told my wife, and she was sobbing on the phone because she just failed her test and thought she flunked out of
So
school.
she's a real estate agent too.
No, she hates real estate.
What was her? Oh, a test. It just
A test with school.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I missed
So,
that. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was I just dropped out of school,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "This is gonna be great. I'm gonna make a lot of money." And then I was like, "I just got canned."
Uh-huh.
So that was the first challenge, and then coming home after the first month, and my wife asking me how my job was, and I'm like, "Well, I make cold calls every day
Uh-huh.
to people that slam the phone on me."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "She's like, do you like it?" I'm like, "No, but it's just part of the process."
Yeah.
So just teaching myself that it was part of the process.
Also, doing those shitty little jobs makes you
Totally.
appreciate the point when you don't have to, but then also doing that when you do hire or decide to train or take someone under your wing, you could be like, well, here's what I did. You're
Totally.
gonna have to like pay your dues and do the shitty stuff to get to the, you know what I mean? But
You can't go to management school and then start like
Yeah.
managing. You have to be.
Mhm.
You have to start at the bottom.
yeah.
I mean, maybe some people disagree with me on that, but I don't know that a business management degree entitles you to be a manager. I think you earn it by starting out
every
by
job.
doing everything,
Well, like every job here that they do, I've done. Like I
Yeah.
did all the packing, listing, and shipping myself for years.
which is why they respect you, and that's why
Do they?
yeah. I don't.
I don't know.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So,
So the hardest part, you got the first month, you got canned, and then how long before you got another job in real estate? Or get hired by another firm?
Next
or
day,
was yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So Ben Kinney sat down with me, and he's the owner of 11 Northwest Keller Williams offices.
Okay.
Sat down with me, and he's like, "Look, I like your hustle,
Mm-hmm.
and you like these 3 teams want you to work for them." I'm like, "Well, I don't really know." I'm like, "I'm ready to knock on doors. I'm ready to I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I'm not afraid to embarrass myself.
Mhm.
Like, what do I have to do to be successful?" And he was like, "You have to get on the phone and just call through this database." And there was 120,000 people in there.
Oh
He
my
said,
God.
"Here's a dialer system, and I expect you to make 500, 900 dials per day."
What?
And I was
Oh
like,
my God.
"Shit."